Hello, this is Lachlan for Minidisc TV, and today we're bringing you a very special unboxing. So Minidisc is a headphone store in Australia, and Audio-Technica Australia has actually arranged for us to receive an early unit of the ATH-M50xBT. This is a product that we are actually a little surprised to see because we didn't even know that it was being made, and I know about it as much as you do at this point. So this unboxing is understandably quite exciting. This is a very popular product since it is the wireless version of the very popular M50X. And I can imagine that more than a few M50X lovers out there have been hankering for a wireless version. So before we open the box, we'll have a look at the back because there's quite a few things that we can learn from the back of the box. Number one, as a Bluetooth headphone, this Bluetooth headphone supports aptX and AAC, which is nice to see because it means high quality Bluetooth transmission protocols. We also have touch control on the ear cup, which allows us to use Siri or Google Assistant. And we also have physical buttons for music controls and also microphone control, which is really, really good to see. We have a port so we can plug in a cable. So we can use this headphone in passive mode, perhaps in an airplane. So that's nice to see. And lastly, it says 35 hours of battery life, which is cool. So let's open the box and we will check it out. Now, from what I can tell with the pictures on the outside of the box, it doesn't appear to be physically any different in size from the M50X, which is surprising given that they're packing in all that wireless technology. But we'll actually compare it against the original and we'll see if it really is the same in dimensions. And this is pretty much the final retail packaging, as far as we can see. And you see the headphone has been packed in here very nicely with a velvet kind of box. So, yes, pretty much what you see is what you get with this. It does look like it's the same shape and size as the original M50. Oh, the original M50X rather. One difference that I do notice right off the bat is that the finish on the plastic appears to be slightly different. So on the M50X, the plastic is a little more glossy, whereas it's got a slightly more matte black finish on this Bluetooth version. Now, it might be due to the age of the M50X demo unit that we have here, but that is something that I do notice right off the bat. In terms of the headphone cable port, we notice that it doesn't use the same detachable cable system as the M50X does. And I imagine that's because this doesn't support the same variety of cables, as in terms of the coiled cable and the straight cable and the 3-meter cable that is included with the original M50X. And that's because we imagine, based on the Bluetooth transmission, that this is more of a kind of streetwear headphone as opposed to the professional monitoring headphone that the M50X. Now that said, you could probably still use the Bluetooth version for professional monitoring, though you'd probably want to use it with the cable just to avoid any latency issues that are introduced by the wireless transmission. But we do only get the 1.2 meter straight cable out of the box. Now, what's interesting looking at this straight cable is that it actually has a control module here, which is funny because there are controls on the, it's a clicking control module. So it's a 1-button module, so probably to stop and start and also bring up Siri or Google Assistant. But we also have those same controls on the headphone itself. So we're gonna have a listen, and in another video, we're gonna tell you whether or not this headphone sounds the same as the M50X or it sounds any different, both in terms of the wired mode and also the wireless mode. So stay tuned for that. It's Lachlan for Minidisc TV. See you next time.